Welcome back to the Dill Pod. The space where we get real with artists, visionaries, and beautiful weirdos in this case, who are shaping the world with their stories. I'm your host, Dev Doe. You should know that by now. And if you don't know, now you know. And Henny, today's guest is more than just a queen. She's my sister, my diva, and an absolute light in my life, except for when she's not.
When there's no light in my eyes?
When you're the darkness in my soul. You may know her as the diva shaking ass with a bottle of Henny in hand, or for her show-stopping looks. But today we're going deeper with the one and only Beaujangless. Woo!
Is it like?
Yeah, we can get fireworks.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Beau, how you feeling? How are you?
I feel good. I mean, I just walked. I walked and I biked here, and I live close.
Yeah.
But it was fab.
Isn't it hot?
I'm sweating in places I shouldn't be sweating in June.
We've all seen
You know
it.
what? I'm not gonna complain.
You just
We've had
did.
a crazy rainy.
Yeah,
month.
honestly, to have a warm, somewhat sunny. It's sunny, right?
It's really, really. There's no clouds out there.
I think I disassociated walking here. I think I do that a lot. Is what I'm learning.
Well, that's why you walk so much, because you allow yourself to
My mind to turn off. Ooh, you walk too. You're actually the reason I walk now. The 10K.
But you know why? It's like I started it off as something to like learn music, learn lyrics, play them over
I
and
thought
over
it was
again.
fat phobia.
That a little bit, but but like interior fat phobia, because I have like a very specific vision of what I want to look like all the time. And then when you look at pictures of yourself in different healthiness scales, like I remember like a few years ago, I was like, oh, you know what? When it happened, when I got my jaw broken.
Dang, we jumping in.
No, but I mean, that's how I started like really thinking about how different I look between before that. When I was eating unhealthily, I was eating snack wraps like 3 times a day.
Snack wrap?
Girl, like
that's
2.
McDonald's?
McDonald's. I know, back in the day, girl, 2019, 2018. Full meals.
There was a point in my life where I would eat 2 Chipotle burritos.
Okay, that's a little insane.
I was on the wrestling team. Oh my God, I lived a life. I like to drop breadcrumbs in each episode, but it's not about me. But now y'all know. Wrestling team, Chipotle.
Girl. I knew she was brolic for a reason.
She's not beating the allegations. Okay, Beau. Let's start at the very beginning because we're really jumping into problematic behavior. Sorry. We got to get it. You can't give it to him dry like that. You got to get that shit wet first.
Come on now.
Yeah. So tell us about where you grew up and what it was like growing up in the community you grew up in.
Honestly, I grew up in between Puerto Rico and New York. My parents I was the only born out of like 3, or 5 from my dad, 3 from my mom that was born in Puerto Rico.
Oh.
So my grandmother had picked me up from the hospital because my mom was left there for a few weeks. Mm-hmm. And after that, my grandma was like, oh, you're not taking him. That's mine now.
In Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico. So I stood there for like a good, I want to say like 11 months. And then my mom brought me. Then my grandma came, picked me up, and then I was in Puerto Rico till like kindergarten. And
so
I think
they were fighting over you.
Yeah, so I was flying back and forth, and then I stood like in Puerto Rico for a solid 6 years straight until I was 10, and then I moved here fully in Bushwick.
Down the street.
Down the street.
Which did you prefer, like growing up?
Growing up, I prefer Puerto Rico. I feel like I learned so many. I learned a lot about like just not being a kid. Because as soon as I remember coming to New York, I had to learn about politics immediately. Because my first year was like the Twin Towers falling and all that stuff.
Dang.
So I couldn't catch a break.
You said, "Girl, what's going on? Send me back."
Literally, I remember looking out the window and seeing it happen, and I was like, "Okay, hold on."
What? You saw it happen?
I saw it happen. It was my second day of school
on TV. That is traumatic.
My second day of 6th grade.
In New York, like you had just moved.
I had just moved.
And they done blown up the city.
Girl, literally, all you saw was smoke. And I was expecting Godzilla to come out of somewhere. Because I was like, what is going on?
Girl, you were Godzilla.
To a lot of people, I probably was. But not too much. Now you see, you give a girl an inch, she takes a whole foot.
Well, one thing about me,
Yeah,
I'm not going to take nothing.
Let's not go there, girl, because I'm the one that keeps pushing it to happen. But you know what? I'm going to be the one to matchmake you, by the way. I know it. I
don't know why you
soul.
haven't, but...
Well, the people that I am surrounded with, I know them from the depths of their soul, and they ain't shit.
Yeah.
They don't deserve it.
They look good, though.
They do.
You do keep a roster around you.
A very cute roster.
But let's focus back on your cute childhood. Yeah. What are some of your strongest childhood memories? Because you were jumping between the two. You were kind of away from family and then with family.
No, I was always with family. I feel like I grew up more with my cousins and stuff like that. So it was, that's why I feel like it's so easy for me to detach from my immediate people usually. I can just connect but I don't think anything's wrong because I could just come back and be I'm still here. I'm still a person for you. With my cousins, it was once they went home, they went home. But when I moved here, my siblings slept one of them slept in my same room with me. And I was just I don't get to leave them. I have to be with them 24/7. So it became this really it was really hard for me to be this is I'm not an only childish anymore because I was the only child in my grandmother's house.
You were a number.
Yeah.
And how was that for you?
That was really, I never really think about it, actually, now that I think about it.
It's said a lot on this podcast. I think I'm a therapist.
Well, you didn't get your psych degree, so.
Oh, and you are psychologically unsound.
Messed up, and it's okay. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I spent so much time with myself that I always kind of knew everything that I wanted. From the moment.
What do you mean when you say you spent so much time with yourself?
Whenever we would be if my cousins were punished, I would be alone in the house because there was no other kids around. Or if we were all doing homework or we had something to do that, we had curfew. Our curfew was 6, 7 p.m.
Dang.
Girl, yeah. Sometimes on Fridays was later, but we were young. We were 6, 7 years old, 8 years old.
They had you out on the streets at 6.
Girl, she was grandma. No
Did
shit.
you think in your environment, which you had two kind of at the same, I don't think I realized you were jumping back and forth.
Yeah, I don't think anybody know. I've never really brought that up. I just say that I fully didn't move till I was 10. So it's for me to be oh yeah, but I spent 96 here, but then on 97.
That's really interesting at such a young age to be in such different environments. Did you find that you fit in more in one, especially identity based wise? Did you feel more comfortable?
I feel here it was different because in Puerto Rico it was more about my color other than anything because I was always very feminine. Everybody knew that I was going to be some sort of
diva. Something.
It wasn't going to be the straightest person in the room. Mm-hmm. Here it was more about me being feminine. People would be oh, that boy's gay. He's too pretty. He's too this or I would never do it. I was always very queasy with everything. I never want to play with the boys. But I was so used to being allowed to do that in Puerto Rico because I was always with my girl cousins.
They let you be one of the girls.
Yeah.
So you probably felt more comfortable
there.
Was that where you wanted to be? Were you happy to move to New York?
Yeah, I was really happy. But when I moved to New York, no, I wasn't happy for the first few years. To learn a new language, I had to be around people that already thought that I was African-American black, which they would speak at me I understood what they were saying. And I had no idea.
Nigga, what?
I was what you say to me? But I always felt that as a child, I felt more comfortable in Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. And then as a teenager, I definitely felt more comfortable here. Because I was
really?
Oh, I see. Because everybody was more not accepting, I would say, but I knew how to navigate. I learned how to navigate these people that I met.
Yeah.
As a teenager.
When you were growing up, who was your role model? Did you have people to look to and see yourself? Did you know that you were
queer?
Some sort of queer?
Yeah, always. I remember when I was 5 years old, I remember my sister was wearing this thing for her baptism or her first community. It was those frilly socks with those shoes with the little buckle.
Yeah.
I was I want to wear those too. And I wanted to wear the dress. And I was and I would say those things out loud. And my dad would look at me no, you don't. You're a boy. And so that, but I was okay, you can say that now. But I'm in my head, I was one day I'm going to get that dress and I'm going to put that shit on.
It was given just wait. Do you think you were someone who was kind of followed the rules until you were free kind of thing?
Yeah. I definitely followed the rules up to the moment I could buy my own things. Once I started making my own money, I was I'm gonna buy my own clothes. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna be wearing that giant t-shirt with those giant pants and that hat.
How did your family respond to that? Because you were I've seen some of your high school pictures, girl. She was loud and proud, and she had it going on. So
They were like, the thing is, like, they always, like, my dad will always look for the excuse saying, like, oh, he's just a little finer than most people. Like, he's just like a little more prissy than most people. But, you know, it's all part of growing up. Yeah. My mom always kind of had an idea, and she would always protect me. She'd be like, leave him alone, like, let him be, let him discover himself. My grandma was the one that was very adamant. She was like, I already knew. I've been known. Like, the moment you open your mouth, I was like, oh, this one has a little sugar to it.
Got a little sweetness.
A little sweetness to it. And I was like, well, yes. But it's funny because there was 2 years where my sister actually moved to Puerto Rico my whole immediate family did. Mm-hmm. And my sister went to school with these two trans girls. And they used to, my grandma owned a store that was in her house in the first floor.
This is in Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico.
Okay, sorry.
I was like 8 years old. Mm-hmm. And these two girls would come together like, oh my God, they were so cunty. Like,
what they look like?
So one of them was like a little darker. She was like a little like cinnamon complexion. She had like Poti. No, she was Trevi. Her names were Poti and Trevi. Poti always had like red hair, greased with hair gel and like the plastered like side bang to the side with like a half up, half down bandana situation.
Oh,
and she would come in and they will protect them. They will make fun of them, but like the real gangsters in like the neighborhood, they will protect them. Like they, as long as nobody was hurting them, like they would just like, they'd be like, leave them alone, but they'll make fun of them. But then I would just be like, there's something different about these two girls.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know until my sister were like, oh yeah, I go to school with them. There's the two boys that dress up as girls. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh.
Was that your first, like, you had never seen, like, RuPaul?
I've never, no.
That was your first time kind of seeing that?
Yeah, I saw, like, Veneno, but I also thought she was a cis woman because I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, she kind of, especially at a young age.
Yeah, she was always on TV shows, so I couldn't tell who she, like, was, if she was, like, of a...
So what did seeing that do to you? Did that, like, unlock something?
I think it unlocked something to me as I grew up. Like, I would always come back to those moments when I would see those girls, like, rolling up their skirts, tying up their polos, like, changing in front of, like, our house. And they were changing.
Little hoes.
Well, you know.
Well.
But yeah, I always go back to those moments because I'm like, that's who I wanted to be at their age, and I didn't get to do that. So I feel like as I grow, and I've actually had this self-assessment like recently. I was like, the more
people be like, I did not know Beau was this smart. She is. Fun fact: Beau pretends the bimbo thing is an act. This is the conversations we be having in the car. Two intelligent divas. Then we get on the mic and be like, dur. Wait, can we do that?
I don't think so. What do white people say? Well, you know, my husband's black, so
yeah. It is Juneteenth.
It's Juneteenth. But I was thinking about how like every time I like get dressed, I'm like, okay, so I don't want to dress like this anymore on my day-to-day life because I'm like, okay, I feel like I've already been through like what I wanted to look like in my teen years.
Yeah.
Now I'm dressing for like the person I want to be like if I were to be like a cis woman, quote unquote, in my 20s, mid to late 20s. We both know that I'm in my early 20s, but like I just want to create that maturity through my style. You know that's my biggest quality. Is to lie.
Right. Don't believe anything she says. She's not even Puerto Rican.
Imagine. No, I'm like picturing things as I'm saying them.
Yeah. Do you know what happened to those two girls? Have you ever?
One of them passed away, but they were both, they went the drug route and they like, because it was a really bad neighborhood. Like I grew up in not the greatest of neighborhoods, but like it was all community at the same time, which is really a strange kind of. Is it diaspora? Is that what you said?
It's kind of like Nightlife, toxic community, but like at the end of the day, we kind of support each other.
Exactly.
But like within it, we're like.
But like the thing is, like the way to support each other is drugs. Like they would like if the girls wanted that, they would give it to them. And also like they were young girls, they were pretty girls. Of course, the straight men that were like DL, they would like take advantage, and you know the trap men were like just taking them, and they kind of made them. Like prostitutes and like.
Did you like follow their journeys or it was
not fully?
Like...
I would see them on like MySpace, like their pictures and stuff, and then I stopped. And then one time, like maybe 10 years ago, I went to Puerto Rico and I walked by Trevi, the darker skinned one, and she was just like a homeless person on the street with like begging for like a course light, and I was like, oh my god,
like this was my idol.
That was no, you don't understand. That was my icon growing up.
Oh
Like
my
that was
God.
someone that like those two girls were someone that I will always reference for the rest of my life. Because
How do you feel to be like their wildest dream?
oh, I mean, I wish we could have like a relationship because we were so like 6 years apart, and you know, like when you're in high school and someone is like in elementary school, you're like, I'm not talking to that kid, like blah blah blah. So like, I wish like there was like a universe where I could be like, oh, our paths crossed, and it actually meant something for the both of us.
Yeah.
And not just like a one-sided like feeling.
Do you ever think about like how you're that for someone?
No.
Does that gag you?
That does gag.
I think about that too, though, especially now as there's like a younger generation that actually like I see them like looking up to me and stuff, and then we like are now. Sometimes that's what it makes me feel like I gotta be nice. Or
No,
I gotta be
okay. So maybe in that aspect, I feel like I do sometimes. I'd be like, okay, if I were to see something like this or see my behavior in this kind of light, especially like, you know what makes me think about is when we're out and it's like these new transplants that are 21 and they've been following us and they're finally in New York and they're like, oh my God, and we're no shade, but sometimes for me specifically, like I'm like on a bender and I'm like drinking all night and they just first come up to me and I'm just yelling and and I'm like, oh my God, I just realized that this is their first impression of me outside of what they saw online or whatever.
I think about that a lot because I remember like for me being such a like isolated kid, there was like people that were I found on MySpace or found on Instagram or found, and like they would never know that I knew who they were, similar to like kind of your person, but they had like such a profound impact in my life. Like even like someone like Miles J, like on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Like there were just certain people that I stumbled upon and was like, I'm kind of obsessed with you. Like you're so important to me.
Because I feel like we need to we are not kind of like straight people have it so easy because they're kind of told who to be and how to be,
which is actually kind of hard when you think about it.
But you're following a footstep of someone that you admire, your parents. So easy, quick, right there. Usually, for the most part, you know, because you never know.
You're white, maybe.
But for us, it's like we have to unlearn what we learned that it's wrong for us, and then try to figure out where do we fit. It's like assimilation until you find out who you are.
Yeah, and then you just really go left. Like that's why I used to be such a like Aeropostale, like just cookie cutter person, and then especially being like black and growing up in more of like a white environment, like I didn't realize. I just tried to assimilate because there was so much difference, and then for me, like growing up, it was like unlearning whiteness that I can't even like actually embody, but just being like, who am I
outside of this
without all of the things societal norms thrust upon me? And that was like for me, it was college where I really started to take all that in, and then the next time was like moving to New York. Okay. When did you like have that transition, for lack of a better word, where you were like, oh, I'm like this liberated, free person?
I was about 16 years old, and it was like, the thing is like, all before that, I had to like learn so many things that by 16, I was like, girl, fuck it. Like, honestly, like, I can't. I went into H&M, I bought my first crop top, and I just went into the world. And I never looked back. I went to school wearing whatever I wanted. I would perm my hair because I wanted to have like a style. Girl,
contacts.
The contacts have been there since 2004, baby.
Just spooky.
Okay. Ooh, just spooking. Girl, my yearbook picture is so cute though. I gotta say, I look like a heartthrob.
You give main character. You always give a main character. Where does that come from? Were you always confident?
No, I don't think I had a scenarios to be confident in. I don't think I was always ever put in a place where I had to feel lesser than anybody to feel like I was. Because I feel like everybody that I was around was so sure of themselves with everything, but I didn't really relate to them. But then it didn't affect how I felt with myself. I always used to say that like, even I never really officially came out.
Same.
Like I was just like, I could tell you whatever you want. Like my parents, I'm like, but at the end of the day, I have to live this life on my own, by myself. If somebody's going to hit me, you going to be there?
Yeah.
No. If somebody's going to try to attack, no.
So was that a hard journey to get to? Because it's like a lot of us say that, but like, I know for me to get there was like crying in the mirror and like.
For me, it was more about like putting myself in those moments. Because like a lot of my early 20s, I was like I thrived in being the only gay person at the spot. Like I would be at this place because people were living, and then I would get the girls, which inherently get the straight boys, not to like hook up with me or anything, but to understand that I'm cool. You just win them over, yeah. I'm like, I'm not trying to get with y'all. Like y'all. First of all, y'all I don't want none of y'all. So like that, putting myself in those places where I'm like, okay, my first time that like for instance, like I went to this bar and they made me wait in line and they let all the girls in. Then the second time I went, they saw how cool I was. And once, because I waited, girl. I waited there for like an hour and a half.
You played it cool.
I played it cool. You know, I was like, I'm not going to like harass. And they kept letting other boys in and they just didn't want to let me in because I'm here in a crop top. Trying to be like the most fab.
Like, I'm getting in.
I'm getting in.
To this straight club.
About almost 2 hours later, I got in.
Dang. And
but look at you now,
just getting in everything.
Walking, you see, things like that is what I go back to. Like my youth, things that I would like, the predicaments I would put myself into to like make sure that people knew that I existed. Yeah. I'm like, my existence belongs here.
And that was intentional, you would say. Because you really also like, the first time I knew you was like as a nightlife personality, like a celebrity, a character in nightlife before you even did drag. And how did you kind of build that? Was that how you did it?
Literally, that's exactly how I would just go out like night, and then it became a thing where I just did it to have fun and escape from my day job. But I had already connected. What
was your day job?
I was a visual stylist and window display for Bloomingdale's.
Beau having a job just gags me. Every time I think about it, like, girl, you had a job.
Oh my God,
who was telling you what to do?
Oh my God, so many people. But they let me, the thing is that they trusted my vision because I was always very like, I was cool and I was aware of what they wanted. Like there was this one time, my boss, I just ran through the text, I was deleting things on my phone, and she was like, "Are you coming home? I mean, are you coming to work today?" Which gagged me because I was like, I used to do that a lot.
You have a choice?
I was like, girl, because I used to like party and do nightlife stuff at night, and then I have to be at work at 7 a.m. And I would just do that. Sometimes I'll sleep outside. I'll sleep in the cafeteria and just be like, okay, I can't miss work because I was like very important.
Where did that drive come from? Did you always have that? Or?
I just didn't want to be broke.
And you still wanted to have fun.
And I wanted to have fun. And then I enjoyed what I was doing in the daytime, and I also had fun at night and created a lot of connections that to this day are people that are now hiring me randomly.
Yeah. And you've always been like someone who's really good at like building community. It sounds so tacky saying it, but you literally do. Like, you have such strong people in your life who like are loyal as fuck to you.
And I'm loyal too.
No, you are, but like, when did you build? It seems like especially there's like a pocket of friends that you like built at a certain time.
My best friend Paola, shout out to you, girl.
Hey, Paola.
We had a fallout one time, and it was the only fallout I ever felt responsible for, and it was because I wasn't there for her for some things, and she really addressed it. And she's a Capricorn, just like you. And we had like this fallout, and it was just kind of like it was all based kind of like semi on loyalty, but not really. And we had a full conversation. It was the first time I had like a grown-up conversation about something that I cared about. Because the only reason I had it is because I cared for my friendship with her.
You wanted to keep.
Yeah,
and you would type of bitch. You'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
Okay,
bye.
But if I do, and that's the first time I actually cared to have a conversation to reconciliate something that I lost. And I think we didn't speak for like 4 months, which is 4 to 6 months, which is the longest since 2005 that I haven't spoken to that girl. And that was in 2008, 14, 15. And that from then on, I feel like everything that I really care for, I treat differently. And I try to be present more for. Like if it's something meaningful for you, like your wedding, your graduation, you know, something great happened at your job and you want to celebrate somehow, I will make the way. But if not, girl, I'm taking the gig. Sorry, babe.
That's how I am, but I need you to actually say it.
Yeah.
I'm the type, if you don't say something is important, I will not assume. I got a little bit of the tism.
But like, I kind of know if something's important to you or the people that are close to me. Like you, I would know.
Yeah. But I also, like, honestly, when it's something I actually care about, like I think my one-woman show or like it was something else, I literally say it because I usually don't. I don't ask.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah,
but that's why I learned, because I will get mad if it is something important and people don't step up. But I learned if you ain't tell them, like, you can't expect.
Yeah, closed mouths don't get fed, apparently.
That's why when Mariah asked me to go to that dance show, I was like, okay, girl, I gotta watch
Same.
all
I mean, I felt bad that I couldn't make it, but you know.
Right.
But I went to the first one.
So did I.
Well, you weren't working.
Oh my God. But let's get into the drag of it all.
The drag.
Because I feel like that's like a whole nother chapter. I remember seeing you do your little Rihanna mix. I remember...
You were there, Metro?
No, I saw the video. I think I was following you.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, she wasn't doing drag before? Like, it almost was like, oh, okay. That was cute. Like, I thought she was... Because you kind of were performing at every gig. Like, we would see you at Dreamland throwing ass for free.
Well, actually, I was the only person at Dreamland that got the money bump up. Everybody was getting paid a certain amount, and after they saw what I was bringing people on top of
it was
actually
party.
Working for 4 like I was dancing for 4 hours, just giving it on a windowsill.
Literally, there was that one time me, you, and Mariah.
Oh my God.
It's so crazy because we're all so close now, but we like locked eyes and twerked.
Literally.
And it was like,
oh my God, that was such a crazy day. That was the day that Alexander Wang was there.
oh.
He was there. I think.
Oh, I do remember that.
Because he was the one that posted the video of all of us on the window.
Yeah, but no tag.
No tag, girl. I had to screen record it, and I did.
He was like, y'all so fun.
But you come to think about, like, even that moment, like, I always think about how full circle things are.
Yeah.
Because, like, back then, we were just, like, kind of high and by. Like, we see each other at parties and stuff like
Ain't
that.
got time to wait.
But I feel like that's a constant, like, thing that happens in my life with people, with things, with places, with thoughts. One time I lied about a party that I wanted to go to when I was at work. And I was like, it's a boat party and I have to be there for 5 days. So I was like, I'm doing drag for the first time and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, that was like 5 years before I ever touched the stage. And now look it.
You manifested it.
But through a lie.
Which is so you. What does drag mean to you?
Drag to me, absolutely nothing. Wow. I'm kidding.
No, because drag is like a whole new chapter in your life. I feel like
that's exactly what it means to me.
Out of the country. It's gotten you your passport. It's gotten you on magazines. Like, drag has really... We, like, play it down, but I think for a lot, like, our group... Because I think we're just so successful.
We are.
And, like, we were already successful in a lot of ways pre-drag, but I think drag, like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it, like, gave us, like, a thing. Like, it's like, this is what you do, and now we can promote you in these places, because now we can, like,
we can
classify
also
you.
Place you in places and things, and, like, and I think that, okay, so Mo from Pappy Juice, he told me, he was like, I've never seen somebody, like, this close to me to be doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And this is what it feels like, because I was looking, there was a time where I was at Bloomingdale's and Matthew Mazarate, he hey girl,
shout out,
he literally sat me down at his house, girl, and he got me together. He's like, what are you gonna do for the rest of your life? You're gonna hang mannequins and do this and
that's so real. That's
but it was so because he was like because he saw so much in me that I wasn't seeing, apparently.
He was just partying.
Yeah, I was just partying. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to your parties and I'm dancing and and he's like introducing me to all these people and I'm not making the connection of what he's actually building.
He's like, this could go somewhere.
Exactly. And he would like take me to play, like he took me to my first out of state gig. You know, so like things like that, like where like God or the universe puts a person in your to be like, okay, you're going this way, get up. This is the route. And I think that him specifically, he's like the biggest pillar to even drag me into drag. Because like I was just partying with a wig on for the longest, you know, and
for
like,
free,
for free-ish, you know.
Or like
I get bookings, but it wasn't like I was dancing for 4 hours and getting paid for it.
You weren't getting paid to do drag, but you were doing drag.
Yeah,
you were giving a performance.
Yeah, to me, drag just really means being put in the path. It's put me in the path that I'm supposed to be, and that I've been looking for, and like the answer that I was looking for that I never got from my regular life as a Bloomingdale's associate. Or like, I'll do reality if I must.
I'll do reality.
I must.
I guess. Love Island.
Let's bring it to logo.
What would they call it?
Ho Island.
Faggy Island.
Faggy Island.
I think like
Island.
We would not This is part of the issue. Our demographic does not get cast on that.
I know, but it would have to be coming from us, written by us, hosted by us. For us. We could start on YouTube. Look how Benny did it. Benny has a show on Amazon.
I know. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I started the first 2 episodes and then Pride just hit me in the back.
I binged it in like a day.
Really? I don't have that attention span. Except with Love Island right now. Love Island is really wrecking my life.
What? I want to talk about us. A little briefly, not too much because we're not gonna get too sentimental. But Beau and I think we have such an important relationship to me. I think like the way you're talking about your friends and how like there's certain people you would like stop. One, I've seen you do that for me. Like when I get serious, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
because you aren't someone who like gets serious.
No.
And even when someone else does, you be like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. And so that was one of the things I like felt was like, oh, Beau cherished, like we have a real friendship.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go with that. Like,
I mean, because I think what happens is with me and you, there's a lot of people that like I haven't built full relationships in nightlife. There's a handful, if that. And it's because I listen to what you're saying and I can see what you mean when you say it. And it's not just like a hollow opinion or a hollow like thought. There's something that drive you there that's more like feeling based and not just like not just because let me just say this to be outrageous or like let me just say this because like the conversation's getting boring, like let's spike it. No, I like when people get deep about like their paths and where they want to go, what's ever happened to them in their past, like a random tidbit that's happened.
Yeah, like we don't talk about drag.
No.
We have a real full, if anything, it's like, I'm gonna wear this hair.
Literally.
I think it's this, and then we're like, okay, anyway.
And then
we have a real friendship and a real relationship.
That we established. Even though we established it in the scene, it was not based on the scene.
No. What is it? I'm trying to remember how we even...
I feel like a lot of... we got really good during the Puerto Rico trip, but I think it started off...
It was before that.
It was way before that.
Yeah.
But like in Puerto Rico, I feel like it was just very like...
got serious. Like, oh, that's my family.
Yeah, I was like, okay, these girls really do. They're down for the...
We met your family.
Yeah. And not a lot of... Girl, I'm very, very, very particular with them people.
The kids, everything.
I can't pinpoint the right time.
If you were to give people advice in like how to make real meaningful relationships, because I think that's something, one, you're really good at, and two, people crave, especially in this space. Like sometimes I'll feel like, oh, you want to be a real friend with me, and it's like, girl, no shade, I got enough. Like I don't. Nowadays, it has to organically just happen. And I feel like people...
especially when you get in your 30s, I feel like it has to. You wouldn't know.
Girl, I jumped.
I'm only feel comfortable saying this because Beyonce just said that being in her 40s is the best thing ever happening to her.
I think 40s is going to be fab because I feel like I'm going to be rich and the same person.
Well, that's why we're working. That's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we're building friendships that are not only supposed to be like, we all know what we want for each other. So once something happens for one of us, it's going to probably happen for all of us type of thing.
And I feel like we always help each other out. It's like, oh, here's this gig. Here's this opportunity. Wear
like
this.
The first 2 names that always come up, you know who they are.
I know.
Literally, always.
Literally same. That's why we low-key gatekeep. It's like we have even with like our
not
covers, with everything. It's like, but I also think about that too, is like, drag and nightlife like our generation in a way. It wasn't as black. It wasn't as trans.
It wasn't black at all.
It was like we have whole nights and like the people need to write in the books like who did this new
like
era.
Who rebirthed from 2020 and actually made it and kept it and actually kept it growing and going for the people that are coming behind us, the black people, the brown people.
Push it even further.
And opening every door that we can.
You can work in every borough.
Except Staten Island, baby.
Well, we could. We don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
You could go to a bar in your bikini and throw ass in a shake and go, and it's celebrated. Like, at one point,
not too much with the shake and go, because I do glue them, baby.
At one point, it was very like, this Manhattan queen is the only queen.
There was a blueprint. It was like when you saw someone like Rose, you were like, oh, that's a Manhattan queen. You see like Riffy Royalty. She was a Manhattan queen then, but she's definitely a Brooklyn queen now. You know, like because you can't. You know, apparently back then we couldn't have like facial hair in Manhattan. Like you know, and now
and like you've really helped with other queens. You're not the only queen.
No, absolutely not.
But you are like definitely one of the ones who did it. And I would say you're like the girl with the beard. Like
Yeah.
it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're
I don't have a beard to be a queen, and I don't take it off and just be a boy because that's never been my. That's never been my path. I'm never trying to be a boy. Obviously, I've been trying to escape it since 1990.
Oh. Well, I see a boy right here.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite thing about my drag?
My favorite thing about your drag is I always say that you are very intentional when you are on that stage.
Oh.
Even it doesn't matter like if you are not feeling it. You could be in like a grumpy little mood right before the number, the moment I walk out, before I even walk out that you've already been out on stage, I hear the woos and the wows. I'm like, what this bitch done
She
done?
does something.
Like you move with intention, which is very important in drag, specifically in our community, because a lot of people feel the need for applause, which we all do. Mm-hmm. There's other ways than just like not figuring out what you're kind of trying to embody with what you're portraying. You know, like you don't just do a split because the room is quiet. Girl.
Yeah.
You would just.
I do it because it's on the beat.
Yeah. That's the thing, and a lot of people don't listen to musicality. You have really, really, really insane musicality. You know, like it's very spot on. And like your face, my face, honestly, and if I'm really funny, I love her facial expressions because she would go like, and I live every time. Every time you do, I'm your baby tonight. You're like, and I'm like,
I be seeing the pictures like, ew, in my
but you're
head
feeling
it's so
it.
pussy.
The problem is not the problem. Like the thing is like you are feeling it. You're not just doing a song and just knowing the words, but not really feeling the song. Because once you're on that stage, you're not feeling the song. The people know you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
Unless you're white. Usually,
that's why I be so like back and forth about my song. But my favorite thing about your drag, there's literally so much. But I think I don't know if I ever really told you this, but the way you command a room is really something that I've taken from you. Like the way you can like tell the audience to start clapping, tell the audience to like, I'm gonna twerk now. We're changing. Like you really are like a dominatrix in your performance, and that's why I think you don't have to flip, you don't have to split, you keep everyone on the tip of their seat, on the edge of their seat.
Oh
Girl,
God.
I'm starting to talk like you. You keep everyone on the edge of their seat because you just have this presence, and it's not even about being beautiful. You are obviously, but it's not even about that. It's like you command the room, and then I also love, and it's something I always try to like take on a little bit. It's just the love of your body. Like this, it is so groundbreaking to like love yourself and love your body, love your trans body, love your queer body, love your Puerto Rican black. Yeah. You have a lot of intersections,
yes,
and a lot of marginalized communities,
and I've received a lot. I had growing up, I received a lot of it, mostly about my color. I used to like go on the pool with a shirt on because I didn't want people to see my black body, like
really?
my dark, yeah, because. It was always the only thing I ever got picked on was for being dark skinned as a kid.
Because there was nothing else, and now that's kind of cool, isn't it cool?
Yeah, to like reclaim it and like be like, yeah, look at all this blackness coming.
You need to do brown skin girl. What the fuck?
Oh my God, didn't I? No, I did.
Brown skin girl.
Oh, the song. I thought you meant Blackbird Magic.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
Find the harmony, baby.
Oh,
my bad.
Oh, not too much.
Sorry.
For the baby queens out there that are watching you at a bar, for example, dreaming of performing, dreaming of having your incredibly busy schedule. Both of you have 7 gigs a day in the month of June. It's Juneteenth. Hey, black people. What advice would you give them? What would you tell? What have you learned from your career thus far that you would want to impart on? And don't say quit, because
no.
It's tired.
No. I'm also like, I hate when people. I think that people think that's funny when they say it because they're like so successful, but it's
Girl,
not. Really,
I be saying it.
So, I know you do, baby. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I forgive you. I just think it's like it because like some people just take it seriously. I think. Being nice, first of all, because like you won't get booked if you're not nice. You have to be nice. You have to like really show respect, and not just by showing up to their gigs. Like I hate when people say like, "Oh, if you want to get booked by me, you gotta show up to my girl." Be respectful.
I say that.
No, but it's true. You should, because how else are we gonna know where you're gonna be? But I'm saying like in terms of like when you're there, be nice. When you're talking to anybody, be nice, because people will remember that. Because not everybody's nice.
It goes a long way.
Oh, that's how. And like I always think that my biggest superpower is I like to lighten the energy in the room. I don't care if I don't like anybody in the room. I'm gonna be that just to like bring the energy up, because people outside of wanting to be entertained, they want to feel great, and you can only do that through an energy transfusion. I don't know if that's the right way to say that. But
transfuse like a blood transfusion. I will say that's something you're really good at. You really like always are kind of positive, even when you're negative. It's
try.
Like funny.
Yeah, because I try to be so positive.
I wish I could be like that. I'm a bitch. If I'm not in the mood, it's giving evil villain.
I say don't, like, especially if you're a baby king, don't come with an attitude. Don't come with a negative outlook in anything. Even if you don't like something, be like, oh my God, that would be so great in a auditorium. I don't know, just whatever. Just be nice and positive.
Be nice. That's really funny coming from you though, because you're.
I'm only mean to like everybody else that's not a baby queen.
But when you look back at the younger little Jangles,
like the performer Jangles,
like you as a kid,
okay,
the one who may not have felt seen, what would you say to them now? Because bitch, we're looking.
I was gonna say, girl, be prepared, baby. Remember to shave, because I forgot to shave my kneecaps. That's why
lotion as well. Yeah.
Well, I'm sweaty, so I would say
it's pretty dry.
Weird.
The knees.
Oh my God. No,
just
it's
white.
the shins.
Yeah.
I would say to young Jangles, just honestly, just be who you are. Is that corny?
Say it to the mic. To the
be
kid.
who you are, and don't let those like people telling about your skin color affect you. Because girl, look at it. Not everybody wants it. Ooh, your golden, your red undertones just make the world go round and round. Love you and miss you.
I love that. We're gonna take a little break and we'll be right back. Right now. Okay, we are back and we have pickles. So we're gonna give you a cute little ASMR moment, and then we are gonna do. I haven't named this segment. I'm just gonna do some rapid fire fun questions for Beau. I'm a little bored of In a Pickle for now. In a Pickle was when we would like talk about something we're like annoyed by.
Cheers, pickle.
Cheers.
What's the
You
deal?
gotta chew with your mouth open to make it real slurpy, okay?
I don't have big lips like you, so I can't.
Girl, fill it. I know y'all be looking forward to this. Okay, bro.
Oh, my mouth open.
Rapid fire questions, no time, no thinking, just vibe. What is a drag trend that you think should be canceled?
Slip dresses.
Slip dresses. Okay.
Cotton sewn.
Keep eating. What is a song that you are never lip syncing again? So you had to have done
Pink
it before.
Pony Club. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that's controversial. You don't know.
No, sorry.
She don't understand rapid fire. You're not supposed to be still. Next question. What is a secret pre-show ritual? So like, what's something you do every time? Mine, you will not see me step foot on that stage without them headphones in my ear up to the last step. You know it.
I need to walk back and forth a lot.
That's funny. 3 words to describe your drag. Go. First
Sultry.
word. Sultry. 2.
Intentional.
They're spicy pickles, y'all.
Lyrical.
You just say anything. Spell it. And what is a food that screams, I just finished the gig?
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant with avocado and French fries with mozzarella sticks on the side.
That was serious. Y'all, let's order the Beaujangless right after this episode.
It's so good.
You were ready. Oh my God, Beau, I have had so much fun with you. Did you have fun?
I had a blast. Thank you so much, sister.
Well, let me read my little thing I wrote.
Okay.
Beau, thank you for showing up and showing out. But also for showing us your heart. You are more than beauty, because you're not that cute. And talent, because where is it? You're a whole damn story that I am not opening up. And I'm so honored to have had this time with you. This episode will not be airing. To everyone listening, is there anything you want to say to the people?
To anyone listening, first of all, if Chapo, if you're listening, it's not Pink Pony Club. It's something else that I just can't remember. But I lip sync the same 6 songs, but whatever.
She Puerto Rican.
I'm Puerto Rican. I want to say
Bad Bunny.
Boots. And I will be seeing you in August, baby.
Ooh.
I want to say stay hot, be sexy, be true to yourself, but also be true to everybody else, because you got to be a fake bitch sometimes to make it to the top. Holla at me when you get here. Mwah.
Are you a top?
Why would you ask me a question like that?
To everyone listening, remember your roots, honor your softness, and never dim your light for anybody. That is what Beaujangless has taught me. I will see you the next time I see you. I'm choking, bitch. Besitos.
Bye.